Well, it's the next morning. Things did not go as planned last night. So we put up the kennel, and on the bottom of the kennel, it's not really attached to the poles. So we left going to town last night, and when we got back, he was not in there. So all right, well, we're getting a new addition to the farm, homestead property, our place, and we got to build a shelter for it. So we're just gonna whip up something quick. It's gonna kind of look like a lean-to, then we'll put it on skids so we can move it around. I'm gonna try to make it pretty light so it's easy to move. And then I'm debating about a couple things. We'll see whether or not I attach a feeder to it or not. So I'll pull out the tools, pull out some lumber. We're just gonna use regular pine for this. It might rot eventually, but it doesn't have to last us forever. So if we get 6 months out of it, that'll be more than what we need for right now. So if it lasts longer than that, we'll reuse it in the future, but we really just need it for probably less than probably right about 6 months. So pull everything out and we'll get started. All right, so you can kind of see here my stamped engineered plans of how it's gonna be built. So I got the first couple pieces cut, throw those together, and then we'll use those as the measurements for the front side. All right, starting to look like something. Got about 5 minutes here before I got to wrap it up. The beauties of living in an RV with no septic. We got to go dump the black tank. So I'll probably have to pick this up again tomorrow, but you can kind of see it's just basically a lean-to. So I'll throw those other two posts on the front, and then you can kind of get a better idea of what it looks like. All right, it is just after 3:30 on December 23rd, and I am off on a 5.5 hour trip to get our Christmas present to ourselves. Actually, 5.5 hours each way, so 11-hour trip. So get on the road, and then we'll give an update here in a little bit when it gets light out. All right, it's just after 6 o'clock. Been on the road about 2.5 hours. Just made a pit stop real quick. We got our setup in the back, a bag of hay, and a dog crate. So next stop will be to get our new animal. This is my favorite part of driving, when a tractor trailer tries to pass another tractor trailer going half a mile an hour faster, and you get stuck like this for 20 minutes. Anyway, it's about 7:45, about an hour and 15 minutes to go till we get there. I think Tina's up and doing the chores right now, so I think she was gonna film. If she did, we'll throw that in there. If she didn't, then I guess we won't throw that in
They're just so happy sleeping this morning. Yeah, they're all cuddled up and cozy, huh? We are out here. We just fed the pigs and we're doing chores while Adam is out for the day, and so he left early this morning, and I couldn't film doing it because I have Leah on the front of me, but we're doing all the chores and we're about to go check on the chickens' water because it did get below freezing this morning, so we'll go do that right now. Well, we just checked on their water. It was definitely frozen, but we broke that, and chickens look good. They're happy this morning. We decided to come out here and check on the concrete forms too. We want to make sure that they are good, and they look really good. They look really nice. Pretty solid. Yep. They look like they're setting in pretty nice, and hopefully some walls up soon.
I guess I should address what we're driving. So since it's such a long trip, I didn't want to tow the trailer up with the Jeep, because 11 hours towing a trailer, 11 hours not towing the trailer. Towing a trailer would probably have been a little bit longer. So we rented a truck, just so we can throw it in the back and it'll be a little bit quicker and easier. So it's a Chevy Silverado 1500. That's what they had, what they gave us. So fairly decent. It's like 75 bucks a day or something like that. So totally worth it. It's honestly getting better gas mileage than the Jeep would get without the trailer versus with the trailer. So in fuel alone, it'll probably end up paying for itself. So that is the vehicle that I am in right now. Hey David, this is Adam. Hey, I just turned down the driveway. Okay. Okay, will do. All right, thanks. All right, we are here. So, looks like they got some cattle. Actually looks like some of them just calved not too long ago. Looks like a pretty big farm, so. Got and get back on the road for the long drive home. Home sweet home. 11 hours and 50 minutes to the minute. So now we will get him out and unloaded. A welcoming committee. Here is the new addition. Crispifer bacon. Crispy bacon for short. So he's a little guy. He's only 5.5 weeks old right now. He's not been trained to electric net, so we will see how this goes. But yeah, We got him the dog crate with some hay so it'll stay warm. It's not supposed to be that cold tonight, so he's already trained to nipple water and he's been eating grain. So he should be good to go, but we'll get him out here and see how he's doing. He is a full bred old spot. Both of his parents were registered and on the farm that I picked him up at. So I'll throw a picture in of the mom with the babies. He was they had 4 more left. That were 3 of them were getting picked up today after I picked him up, and then I think they had 1 more going out. So I guess the mom had 11 babies. He was born November 14th, and mom lost 4 babies, I guess that night that they were born, because it was really cold. They said they got a cold snap. So but he's healthy. All the other ones are healthy. So he's kind of checking things out. We'll see how he does with the electric net, because he was not trained to that. So we'll keep him close to the camper. We're right outside the camper. So this is one of the areas the chickens were going to go. So being that he's that small, we'll keep him close to the camper for a couple days before we move him out with the girl. He's not going to go in with the girls, but he'll be right next to the girls. So we'll see how he does. That's not where I wanted him to go.
Oh, he's gonna hit the other one.
It's not on.
Oh, that's right. You want me to turn this off?
No, you can leave it on. You can come help me though.
He is so loud.
Try to wake me up. Well, that was fun. I'm not sure how much picked up on the GoPro, but he was not trained to electric net, which I knew. I set it up to see what he would do, and he hit it. He hit it hard. He was in it, and then he got through it. So we had to go back in the field and chase him down, but we got him back. He's all tired from his run now, so we got his water, we got his feed. We just poured some on the ground. And he was under a heat lamp when I picked him up, so we got a heat lamp for now. We'll see if he ends up needing it, but we'll just leave the crate in here, I think, with the with all the hay on it, and then he can go in and out as he pleases. But he should be good to go for the night. Well, it's the next morning. Things did not go as planned last night, so we put up the kennel, and on the bottom of the kennel it's not really attached to the poles. So we left going to town last night, and when we got back he was not in there. So where those propane tanks are is where it's the worst. So I think he busted through the fence and got out, and we didn't have the electric fence on, which he would have probably run through that anyway. So it was about 8 o'clock last night when we got back, 7:30, and we had to try to find a little 5.5-week-old pig that was somewhere. Luckily he ended up being out there in the field. So I took the truck, I drove the tree line, I didn't see it, and then I just happened to start driving across the field, and there he was. So I got out, chased him down, finally was able to get him. So he was all worked up, so we ended up putting some blankets over that shelter, and we locked him back in the crate. He had food, and his water's in there too. But seems to be doing okay. He had a little heat lamp on him. He's all covered up. So I don't think he was still with his mom yesterday when I went and picked him up, and so were the other babies. So I don't think he was actually fully weaned. He was kind of crying out last night It sounds like a cry that baby pig does when they want the mom. So I don't think he was fully weaned. I don't know how much weaning he's actually done, because the other piglets were actually still drinking from mom. So they were eating grain, yes, but I don't think he was actually fully weaned. So that's a little bit of the issue, but he seems to be doing okay right now. So well, that escalated quickly. So we got another pig. He is an IPP. I think came from registered parents, but he's castrated male. So he will be the friend for Crispy. So we'll get him unloaded, get him in there with Crispy, and we'll see how they do together. So Crispy is 5.5 weeks old, almost 6, and Red, the red one, is almost 9 weeks old, and Crispy is, I would say, almost bigger. Definitely taller. Maybe not as girthy, but I think Crispy is going to be pretty big. Well, I put this feeder in there earlier for Crispy too. So Crispy's eating and doing well, so hopefully they get along. We added some straw underneath. I think I'm gonna run it with no heat lamp tonight. It's supposed to be warmer tonight, and then it's supposed to cool down. So just to see, now they got 2 of them. We'll see how they do with no heat lamp. And Red is 9 weeks. He's been weaned. He wasn't with mom, so he'll be fine. And then Crispy's growing pretty well, so he should be good too. Well, I think that's where we'll end this video. We'll try to give an update on these guys in the next video, but they should be good to go. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and we'll see you on the next video.